Welcome to the weekly roundup. I'm your host Wayne Knowles with the producer, the one and only Luke Hosey. How are you, Luke?
G'day, mate. Get stuck with me for the week, mate. Everyone's
Drew
busy.
the short straw. That's it.
Drew the short straw. Good, mate.
Righto, we're going to get straight into Division 3. We'll head out to Flinders Park there with Darcy's mob. Flinders Park, 19 goals, 15, 129. Defeated Portland, 15 goals, 10, 100. 29-point win to Flinders Park. And for Flinders Park, we had Andrew Anger kicking at 5, Karachi with 2, Hall with 2, Schwartz with 2, heap of other blokes kicking singles. Benny George in the best there for Flinders Park, won one of our awards earlier tonight. Hackler, Blythe and Schwartz. And for Portland, we had Pryor kicking 5, Bradley with 4, Wilkie with 2, a heap of other blokes kicking singles. Pryor, Moody and Bradley in the best for Portland, mate.
Yeah, and Portland were right in it all day,
Yep.
which somewhat surprised
4 points at three-quarter time.
Yeah, and it was actually, I think...
They were up by 4 points at three-quarter time.
They were up
Yep.
and very close at half-time. Just got overrun. I think the difference, obviously, you've got Anger and you've got Hall up forward.
Yeah.
I heard young Traeger did well at fullback on Anger.
Yep.
Kicking 5, and he's only a young lad, and apparently did very, very well. And you're giving away a fair height and weight advantage and experience. To a league footballer. The other big one was Seton Ramblers.
Yes.
At one point there, we were getting scores through from at Goodwood Oval that Golden Grove at half time. They led 10-5 to 5-6.
29 points up.
29 points up. But in the wash-up, St Ramblers 16-16, 112 to Golden Grove 12-16,
11 goals
88.
to 2 in the second half.
So at Big Al's car park there, Seton are always tough to beat, but we probably
Golden Grove
didn't.
started with a bang, kicking 8 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
They're 5 goals up at quarter time. It's the kick. He kicked 4 goals after quarter time. That's
2 after half time, that was it.
well, that's not going to win many games of footy.
No, better players for Seton Ramblers. You've got Brosnahan, Lukey Rochester, he's a great little midfielder. Lord Ardo, don't know much about him. Joey Mascara was in there. And Harlan. Harlan, I heard, goes all right up at, plays a key post up forward.
Yep.
Lord Ardo, don't know much about him. Kick 4, must be a good young player. Shane Harris, been around a bit. Shane, good little player, kick 3. Carroll kick 2. Regari 2. That's yep. Froggy Regari's lad. Apparently goes well. Come from West Adelaide. Lukey Rochester, who's just a gun midfielder, ball magnet. Harlan, Marshall, Leaky Walsh, and Priestley. For Golden Grove, best players were Morris, Bamford, Pittman, Ingram and Scuds. Goal kickers Morris with 3, Shaw with 3, Bamford with 2 and a host of singles. So Benny Armstrong wouldn't be too happy with him only kicking 2 goals in that
second
half. But Matty Weber would be delighted getting away with such a good win after being behind.
Yep. And the next game up to Thomas Farms Oval there, Price Oval at Mitcham, it was Brighton. 19 goals, 11, 125. The Bombers defeating the Hawks, 10 goals, 13, 73. Everyone picked it, everyone expected it. Brighton come in and really stamped their authority. For Brighton, you had Juniper with 7, Johnson with 3, Ray with 2, Koenig with 2, and a heap of other blokes kicking singles. Venning, Ray and Lang in the best for the Bombers. And for Mitcham, you had McAvoy and Hensel, Cromedy all kicking 2, and four or so blokes kicking singles. Hall, McAvoy and Wheels in the best for the Hawks. So Brighton certainly moving along quite nicely.
Yeah, doing a lot of things right on the field and off.
Yep.
Brighton seem to be really well managed. Kim Steer and the people at Brighton and Joel Tucker as their coach. They seem to have come into the competition and fit in pretty well. Yep. And they're going along very, very well. The other big game was Westminster Old Scholars, 12 goals 10, 82, and Plimpton were 9-11, 65. Another game where Plimpton, they led at three-quarter time by 11 points and were overrun by Westminster. Yep. So Damien Minervini mightn't be too happy.
Minners wouldn't have been happy with that, no.
Yeah, but Leaky Donaldson obviously be very happy. So for Westminster, French kick 3, Blessing 2, Fisher 2, Midland 2. Best players were Blessing, Newman, French, Burst, the ex-Western Bulldogs player, and McInerney. For Plimpton, Kastrapi kick 3, Deer kick 2, Smith kick 2. Better players, Taverner, Scott, Dunkley, Nelson and Smith. And good win to
Westminster.
Westminster coming from behind.
And the final game of the round, probably two clubs that have been struggling, and it turned out to be an absolute ding-dong cracker. It was Walkerville, 9 goals 15, Weeds Boys 69, defeating Smosh 9-14, 68 by a single point. Walkerville up by 15 points there at three-quarter time. Smosh have come home with a wet sail, just to fall short of the final post.
Yeah, Shawnee Glacken's got Smosh West Lakes after leaving Pascadell after being there 4 or 5 years and a number of flags. So he knows what he's doing. He's obviously won multiple premierships as a coach in the York Peninsula League.
Yep, the YPFL.
But they have a very young list. So the only fact is you have to give young players 40, 50 games before they become consistent. And Smosh have just got to stick with what they're doing and keep with the game structure, the style. Glax, I know his game style is based around quick ball movement. I'm not going to go into too much else, but they, they will come good. They've got a very young side. You can't put 50 games into 19-year-olds, and that's about it.
So goal kickers for Smosh, Madden with 3, Quan with 2, and a heap of other blokes kicking singles. Matner, Watt and Brown were in their best. And for Walkerville, From with 3, Kirshner with 2, 4 blokes there kicking singles. Daly, Kirshner and Law in the best for the Cats. So really good to see Walkerville get a win, which is good. So just moving on to the ladder, Brighton and Flinders Park, both undefeated. That game will be a ding-dong one when it gets close. Seaton, Westminster, Plimpton, Portland, Golden Grove, Walkerville, Mitcham and Smosh. Well, Mitcham and Smosh yet to win a game, so hopefully they both meet soon, and then they we'll get a win out of that. So
this week's games.
Moving into this week's games.
We were just talking about it then.
Yep.
Brighton and Flinders Park at Brighton Oval, 2:15.
Yep. This Saturday.
2 undefeated sides.
By 4:31 won't be. Brighton for me at home.
I'll go Flinders Park.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I played a lot of cricket down at Brighton Oval, and it's a big oval, and plenty of room where you can isolate people.
Yep.
And
Angel will get off the leash, you reckon?
Yeah, well, they could move Hall and Angel inside 50, I suppose, and just isolate. You can do that on a bigger ground, on a bigger deck. I think the bigger deck will suit having those big tall forwards with Hall and especially with Angel.
Yep. And we go from one extreme to the other for the next game, and it's Walkerville versus Mitcham. We were just talking about that one as well. Neither side have won a game this year. Hopefully, we don't get a draw and actually someone can get a win. Actually, Walkerville did win last week. I got it all wrong. Anyway,
they won a couple of them.
Yep, sorry, I'm wrong. At Walkerville anyway, Walkerville for me, I think.
Yeah, Westie wouldn't be happy at the moment the way Mitcham is. They're just struggling at the moment.
Yep.
Walkerville aren't playing with any great assurances, but Weed at home, you'd think Walkerville would win.
Yep, that's right. I've got them confused with Smosh. Sorry, guys. But Portland and Plimpton, mate. Port Reserve, just around the corner here from the Portland Hotel.
Yeah, I think Portland weren't happy losing last week, but I think they were happy putting in a spirited performance with a fairly young sort of side. And Port Reserve's a tough place to play. It's hard to know your angles, hard to know which way to kick. I'm not going to tell anyone how to play it because it's a really tough ground unless you know.
Yep.
I'm going to Portland.
I'm going to go with Plimpton for this one. I think they're going to rebound after the loss last week. I think the Minners will have them up and about.
Yep.
And they'll certainly come back and get the chocolates. Up to Pedlar Reserve, just up the road again. We've got it's going to be a crack of a game, I reckon. This one, it's Seaton versus Westminster.
Yep.
Seaton at home, it's just I don't know. I just think they've always been difficult when they're, on their home deck, and I think they'll get the win this week.
Always hard to win at Big Owls car park there, and I know when we were coaching there, opposition sides, they don't like going there either. And, you have to take Seton at home.
Seton at home.
Yeah.
And the last game of the round is up at Harpers Field. It's Golden Grove taking on Smosh West Lakes. No, looking at that, I can't see Glax getting his first win for the year with Smosh yet. I think Golden Grove for me.
Yeah, Benny Armstrong would be lamenting last week's loss. And if there's better time to come up against the bottom side, it's this week. You can get everything in place, and I just can't see Smosh winning.
No, neither can I. All right, guys. Well, that's your roundup for Division 3 for this week. Have a great week and stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you next week.
See you guys. Bye.